Arsenal.
I would cry if Arsenal won, but against Adopt Me, there's nothing. No way.
Game of the year goes to
What?
Arsenal.
Oh my god!
Hello all.
What? Whenever a game becomes successful on Roblox, people have a huge tendency to hate it, to call it overrated, but not truly know the love, effort, and the amount of dedication to make that game to where it is today. I think it's important that people understand its story, so people understand where these games truly came from. This is the story of Roblox Arsenal, and the rise of Roblox Arsenal. A game on Roblox that has become a relatively big hit among the community within the past year, being the most popular and mainstream first-person shooter on Roblox right now. I hope this video helps people get a deeper understanding of the game and how it really deserves to be where it's at nowadays. But let's get this story on the road, shall we? Kaneko Kitten! Arsenal is a ripoff of Valve games! They take sounds and ideas from other games that already exist! Why are you giving them positive attention, Kaneko Kitten? Every single front page Roblox game takes inspiration from something else, so I don't want to hear that argument in the comment section. Adopt Me is based off of the years and years of Adopt and Raise games on Roblox. Royal High is a high school game. Jailbreak is based off of other prison escape games on Roblox. Arsenal is simply just another game to take inspiration from something else and capitalize on it, which is perfectly fair and okay for people to do. As long as they use that for a transformative use and make it something unique, I don't necessarily see a problem with that. To understand the inspiration that's coming from this development studio here, all of the games that come from the developers of Arsenal are heavily inspired off of Valve software games. Some of the past have been very evidently obvious ones, like Counterblocks being based off of Counter-Strike, Typical Colors 2 being based off of one of my personal favorite games of all time, Team Fortress 2. Rolf Community is essentially the Valve software of Roblox, from start to finish. They don't claim to be original while doing this, and if you have a good eye, you can notice that immediately. Before we talk about Arsenal and its development, we have to understand the developers behind these games. The man who started it all, DevRoll, is the main scripter behind every single game in this community. Bluey does all of the animation, models, and graphics work. Xoli does some sort of work. I don't know exactly what he does, I couldn't find any in-depth information, but he's important. That's all that matters. And of course, Mighty Baseplate, one of the main developers. There's plenty of other developers that do a lot of awesome contributions, but the main four are extremely important to talk about in this video. Now, to begin with Arsenal's development, you gotta understand where it comes from. Where exactly did the concept for Arsenal come from? Well, that all boils down to classic Counter-Strike. Gun game modes are fairly common among other first-person shooters nowadays, but in the very older days of Counter-Strike, like 1.6 and CS Source, there were tons of gun game servers, which revolved around you getting the most kills and knifing the last player, and after that, the game would end. This type of gameplay is precisely what Arsenal is inspired off of. The Rolf team was already working on some other games like Counterblocks and Typical Colors too, but ended up working on this one game on the side called Arsenal. The game would slowly be developed alongside their other projects, but Arsenal would not have that much popularity, mostly due to the clunkiness of the game, the fact that a lot of players said that it just felt like Counterblocks. Old Arsenal really sucked. The movement was terrible, there wasn't that much gun variety. The maps, there still was some there, as you can clearly see, but if you go back to some really old Arsenal footage, you can tell that the maps really sucked badly in quality, at least compared to now. This once again made the game's quality just pretty poor, and not really enjoyable for a lot of players. I think you get the point quite clearly, that old Arsenal sucks really badly, and I think looking at the gameplay in the background, you can understand why. People stuck around for this though, and those are the OG Arsenal players on Roblox, and they enjoyed the game regardless of its clunkiness. Little did they know that a couple years later, it would become one of the top performing Roblox games on the front page. But how did it get there though? How did it go from being this very clunky, very buggy Roblox first-person shooter to all of a sudden a Roblox hit sensation? To answer this question a little bit more thoroughly myself, I went to Roblox's Twitter post where they announced Arsenal as Game of the Year and looked through some of the comments of people being very negative or distasteful towards the Game of the Year nominee. You have to understand something about Arsenal. Arsenal was never heavily advertised. They were not like a lot of other Roblox developers that had deep pockets and shoved thousands upon thousands of Robux into advertising and promotion. They were just a group of Roblox developers that got together and decided to make a fun little unique game mode based based off of Counter-Strike gun game. The games that aren't made for profit tend to be the best ones, is the point that I'm trying to say. Rolve worked on this game more and more, and instead of adding obnoxious microtransactions or other sorts of monetization practices into the game, they instead worked on improvement to make the game as fluid as it possibly could be. I give Arsenal a lot of credit in this situation because they are one of the few Roblox games that do not shove monetization down your throat. It is truly one of the holy gems of a Roblox game where you can just jump into it, not have to pay any sort of money for microtransactions or to get a special gun. You can jump into it and have the same chance to win as any other player. That's why it stands out to me a lot, and I feel like to a lot of players of this game, that's why it stands out a lot too. It is a no BS, fast-paced, and fun arcade shooter on Roblox. And as I said previously beforehand that Arsenal was very slow and clunky, throughout constant updates, they worked on making it not like that. And the game would slowly transform from this clunky, buggy, very obnoxious shooter to play on Roblox to a very fun, fast-paced environment where you feel like you're having a blast in every match that you're in. It's always a race to get the final kill, to get that satisfying golden knife stab before anyone else. It's an achievement. It's a victory that the game makes every player compete against each other in. Arsenal really did take a concept like a gun game from Counter-Strike Source in 1.6 and made it so much better than it used to be. It was only uphill from there for Roblox Arsenal, where YouTubers like John Roblox would get very popular among the Roblox Arsenal scene and get very popular videos playing Roblox Arsenal with various different challenges, some of them having more than 1 million views. I, myself as a YouTuber, probably also had some of this ricochet effect as well, because some of my most popular videos are commentary videos on this channel, where in almost every single commentary video that I play relating to Roblox, I will put Arsenal footage in the background. And not because I'm paid to or anything, but solely because I enjoy the game a lot. With the game getting constant improvements and YouTubers constantly promoting the game, the player count obviously saw a huge jump. And in the summer of 2019 is truly when the game took off and started to see very much mass amounts of popularity among Roblox, starting to finally cut itself up to the very top of the front popular page. Whereas if we go to a year prior, it wasn't even there at all. Their other project, CB Row, was currently at the top, alongside Phantom Forces. Nowadays, this game has overshadowed both of those games completely, and they're nowhere near to be seen at the very top. It's very interesting that Arsenal completely outgrew its other counterparts like Typical Colors or Counterblocks with very little actual advertising. The game's growth to popularity was very natural. No artificial inflation. It was completely over time, and through hard work and subtle development into the game. And with all this tying together for Arsenal, they found themselves in the position to make one of the greatest Roblox achievements happen in recent years. For the 7th annual Bloxy Awards, it was nominated as one of the Game of the Year nominees, alongside other various and madly popular Roblox games. Things like Adopt Me, Royal High, Mad City, Welcome to Bloxburg. From those type of selection of games alone, it seemed like Arsenal was doomed. The game was popular, sure, but it was nowhere near the size of Adopt Me or Bloxburg or anything like that. So for the sake of this year, I decided to tune into the Bloxies live and cast my reaction live to the world. And as we all know, the rest is history.
Arsenal.
I would cry if Arsenal won, but against Adopt Me, there's
And
nothing.
Bloxy for
No
Game
way.
of the Year goes to
What?!
Arsenal.
Oh my god!
Hello all.
What?!
Overall, we are honored and excited.
Oh
to
my
begin the year
God,
of
what?!
2019. It was a long journey of development and hard work on all of our behalves, but we are glad that it paid off.
And past that point, there has been a lot of debates. Did Arsenal truly deserve to win Game of the Year for this Bloxy rewards on Roblox? And by all means necessary, absolutely no disrespect to any other games that were nominated as Game of the Year for Roblox for 2019. They're fantastic games, and I don't think anyone else can protest that fact. But Arsenal winning completely caught the entire Roblox community off guard. The underdog of the year was the winner of the year. I believe Arsenal is a fantastic representation of a game that does not shove monetization completely down your throat, and offers a very fun and enjoyable experience every single time that you play it, while offering very fast-paced, fluid, and awesome gameplay for everyone to enjoy. Adopt Me winning would have been obvious. Royal High would have been completely obvious. Bloxburg, as popular as all these games are, would have been very obvious. But Arsenal is a really fresh take to Roblox games at the moment. It's something totally different compared to anything else in the front page right now, and I believe it absolutely does deserve Game of the Year for the Bloxy Awards for the 7th. I feel like the best time to make this video would be right after Arsenal won this massive achievement, development, so props to the entire Rolf team. Came out as the underdogs for this year, and I heavily respect that, and it truly tells a story of hard work and development, overpowering everything else. It's a story that I think a lot of Roblox players should really look at and admire. Regardless, that concludes the rise of Roblox Arsenal. Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you found this enjoyable, or think any parts of this video could have been changed, let me know down below in the comments section. And until next time, folks, if you did find this video enjoyable, leave a like in it, subscribe for daily Roblox content as usual so I can hopefully get to 1,000,000 subs soon, and I'll check you all tomorrow with another Roblox video soon. See you all later. I'm Kaneka. Peace.